Right, guys, a warm welcome to tonight's live stream. It is France up against Uruguay. This is the live match commentary for this match, Game 9 of the Rugby World Cup 2023. And we are looking forward to this one. We should see France win this game quite easily at the end of the day. Let me know in the comment section, as always, who you guys think is going to win this one. I do have a poll up on the channel as well, just for you guys to go and vote. Go and have a look at it. It's not your normal vote there, so it is France to win by 1 to 20, 21 to 40, then more than 40 points, and then Uruguay upset. So currently we've got more than 40 points, 55%, and then 18% saying that there could be a Uruguayan upset. Now, you never know in the World Cup rugby. Anything can happen. Just two fixtures to remind you guys, Springboks versus Japan, and then also France in that other one against Tonga when they lost to Tonga as well. So anything can happen. Let's go and have a look at some of the comments coming in. JP say it's going to be 46-8 to France. And then MK47 says, easy win, go to sleep. Zaki Fenter says, hi everyone. And then Greg Kukamur is joining as well. Says, Guru via La France. Going to be a great start for the second weekend. How's the voice? I don't know if you can hear it, Greg, but it's quite rough around the edges. So I'm hoping for a bit of a miracle towards the weekend. But yeah, I'm going to still try and do all the games for this week. And then from next week, we'll see how the voice go. We might just end up just doing the big matches, but we'll see how it goes. I'm hoping to do all of them, but yeah, the voice is just not where it's supposed to be at the moment. Zaki Venter says, hoping for France, and then Eddie Kin says, hi, my friend, France 65, Uruguay 0. Greg Kukumur says there, brandy, lemon, honey, and ginger. I'll try and give it a go tomorrow, Greg, and see how it's going to work. Because I definitely need something for the throat, because the halls ain't working at the moment. Ron say, how's it, Guru? Like you say, France should win this one, but as usual, Uruguay has nothing to lose, so they will give it a go. Let's quickly go and have a look at the two team lineups for today's game. We'll start with the backline of France. So we've got the back three of Melvin Jaminet, Louis Biel, Biare, and Gavin Villiers. And then in the midfield, we got Arthur Vincent and Yura Mufana. And in the halfback pairing of Anton Hastoy and Maxime Lucy. Then if we look at the forwards, we got Anthony Jalok, Sako Malako, and Paul Boudinot. Then the loose trio, then the lock combination of Romain Tamafuyena and Cameron Waki. And then the front row of Dorian Aldegheri, Pierre Bourgaret, and Jean-Baptiste Gros. Looking at the bench for France today, Piata Mafaka, Reda Wardi, Sipelile Faletau, Bastien Chaleroux, Shibat Flamin, Francois Cross, Baptiste Coulut, and Thomas Ramos. So a couple of the survivors from the opening game, which saw France beat the All Blacks, are still present within the squad. So it just kind of tells you that Fabien Galtier might still just be a little bit worried as for this Uruguayan side. Zaki Fender says, I feel bad for Uruguay. Look, it could turn out completely the opposite way, and we could see a really good game from Uruguay. Let's go and have a look at the backline for Uruguay, starting with their back three. Baltazar Amaya, Baptiste Basso, and Nicolas Freitas in the back three. Then the midfield combination of Thomas Inciarte and Andres Villaseca, the captain as well there. And then the halfback combination of Felipe Echeverri and Santiago Arata. If we go and have a look at the forwards, then for Emmanuel Diana, Santiago Civetta, Manuel Ardua. Then the lock combination of Manuel Leidekar and Philippe Aliago, and a front row combination of Ignacio Pekalu, Guillermo Pujadas, and Mattia Sanguinetti. Hopefully, I'm pronouncing most of these names correct. If not, it's just a way of the pronunciation, guys. Nothing personal towards them. If we look at the bench for this Uruguayan side, Facundo Gatas, Matias Benitez, Ronaldo Piusi, Ignacio Dotti, Lucas Piachi, Carlos Diaz, Augustin Ormachia, and Felipe Berchesi. So not a lot known about this Uruguayan side, and I hope I knew more, but I can't lie and say that I know a lot of them. Neil Ghost says at least they can participate, and Eric King says so was the best team uh, week one. Yeah, France were the best team, I would say. Uh, the match of the week probably went to Fiji versus Wales. I really enjoyed that game, but somebody did ask me what game did I think stood out. And as far as importance, you'll have to look at that opening game between France and the All Blacks, which saw France beat the All Blacks quite comfortably in the end. And then secondly, for me, was that Fiji Wales game where the referee had an absolute shocker, and Fiji nearly pulled it through and won the game. And then I must also say I was quite impressed with the Chile side. They did really impress me against Japan, and then obviously South Africa, just the way they completely dominated Scotland in that second half of that game as well. But yeah, week one is done, and Uruguay making their World Cup start today against the French side that has already beaten the All Blacks in the opening game. The referees for today's game, Ben O'Keefe from New Zealand. He will be assisted by Paul Williams and James Dolman, while the TMO will be Ben Whitehouse from Wales. So as far as I go, I do like Ben O'Keefe quite a lot, and then also Ben Whitehouse, a very capable TMO there as well. As for the other ones, Paul Williams, I do know. James Dolman, not so much, but we'll have to wait and see how this one turns out for them. Let's hope we don't see another shocker like we saw in that last game between Wales and Fiji. The big talking point has been the head clashes during last week's game with Tom Curry getting a red card, and yeah, so a lot of people have asked me about Jesse Creel as well. Look, according to the rule, it was supposed to be at least a yellow card with a bunker decision to go for red. We had it with the Chile captain as well. Segren, he got only a yellow card for his one. Dan Bigger got away with one as well. So, yeah, a bit of inconsistency regarding that rule currently. And I don't mind. This, as long as there's consistency and a proven record of it, then it's fine. But I mean, personally, my thought on that card is common sense needs to prevail in situations like that. If you can clearly see that the player didn't do it intentionally, then there shouldn't even be a yellow or a red card given. But that left there, we are currently busy with the national anthems of both sides. So looking forward to that one. Zaki Fenter says, I'm a big fan. Thanks, Zaki. Erikin said the best game of the week. One from my side was Wales and Fiji. Yeah, that was my second favorite one, Eddie. And then Greg says, Guru, do you think the Bokke will be able to take on the French without Malcolm? Yeah, big setback for South Africa in this Rugby World Cup. Look, Bongi Munambi for me is an exceptional player and very similar to what Malcolm Marx can do. I'm just a little bit worried about the replacement at the moment. Um, we do not have a specialist hooker as a sub, and should Bongi get injured in a major game, then we could be in trouble with. Because look, Dion has played there before, but I don't see him as a specialist in that position. And the same goes for Marco van Staden. They're all built for hookers, but question is, can they do it, and how difficult is it to adapt? I don't know how difficult it is to become a hooker. I think I played there for one season in primary school, and I didn't find that too difficult. But those days, nothing was difficult, so can't really say. But yeah, I'm guessing that we should see Andre Pollard join the Springbok squad, and then it's going to be a headache all over to decide where Andre Pollard will fit in. But I could see him as a replacement coming on at some given stage in the game. But yeah, can we take? I think so, Greg. As long as Bongi stays fit and Dion or Marco learn to throw in a ball very quickly, because the others are pretty basic. Hooking in the scrum is a bit difficult, I think, as well. But as far as the breakdown ability go and bashing it up and defensively, they should be fine. Jorina Fourie says, "Non-guru en almal wat luister, ek wil met die ore spy op die Franse vanaand." Ja, dit gaan 'n interessante een wees, Jorina. Die Franse span, fantastiese span op die oomblik. Hulle het gewys dat hulle choke nie meer maklik nie. Hulle het die All Blacks goed afgeslag verlede week. En Uruguay aan die ander kant, hulle openingswedstryd kan hulle 'n groot impak maak en 'n helse opskudding veroorsaak vanaand. Ek twyfel baie min, maar kom ons kyk wat gebeur. Going through that team, Jorina says, really sad about Mark's massive loss, but I fight Bongi and Dion will step in. And then Neil Gou says, "There's a B team, French team." Yeah, it is. So if you look at the side again, Melvin Jaminet, Louis Biel, Biari, Arthur Vincent, Yora Mufana, Gavin Villiers, Anton Hastoy, and Maxime Lishi. Only Mufana, Villiers in that starting lineup in the back line from last week. Anthony Jalonk, Sako Malakau, Paul Bodahen, Romain Tafiona, Cameron Waki, Dorian Aldegheri, Pierre Bourgarit, and Jean-Baptiste Gross. Not a lot of those guys, but on the bench, Piato Mafaka, Reda Wardi, Sipelile Faletau, Bastian Chaleroux, Shaban Flamen, Franco Cross, Baptiste Chalut, and Thomas Ramos. So a couple there as well from last week. But yeah, let's get ready for the kickoff to this game. It looks like it will be France kicking this game off from right to left on my screen. So good luck to both sides, and may the best team win, which I think will be France today. But let's see how this Uruguayan side compare to this French side today, because it could be a very, very interesting game for them. Uruguay side there. So it's going to be France is going to kick the game off, it seems, playing from left to right or right to left. We'll just have to see which way it is. So playing from right to left on the screen is France. So match officials already confirmed Ben O'Keefe, Paul Williams, James Dolman, and Ben Whitehouse is the TMO. So we should be ready and rumbling now in the next couple of seconds with the kickoff to this game. Right, here we go, and that's the kickoff of the game. It's France up against Uruguay in this game 9 of the Rugby World Cup. So the kickoff taken really well by France, but the referee said that there was a little knock on, so we're going to come back for that, and it will be, let's just have a look here. Yeah, scrum down to Uruguay, about 5 meters inside their own 22, about 5 meters out from the right hand touchline. Chance now for Arata to feed this one in. Echeverri to fly off, and then Villa Checa and Inciarte, the center combination with Amaya, Basso, and Freitas on the wings and fullback for this Uruguayan side. Karel Okerse says, "Lekker Guru, it's been a while since I tuned in. Great to see you still going strong. Thanks, Karel." And then Bern van Rixel says, "Hallo Guru, gaan dit daai kant? Gaan goed, dankie Bern." Stem wat net so 'n bietjie lol, maar ons gaan kyk hoe ver kan ons kom in die kompetisie. Arata is going to feed this one in now for Uruguay. Scrum goes down, and the referee will have a reset scrum right on the 22-meter line, 5 meters out from the right-hand touchline, inside Uruguayan territory. Minute and a half gone in this one. Kickoff started with France knocking that ball on from the attempted turnover in the air. And a chance now for Uruguay to clear their own line. Uruguay playing in yellow today. France playing in blue colors, dark blue colors. Right, Arata, the scrum half of Uruguay, to feed this one in. Scrum goes down again, and this time Ben O'Keefe penalizes Uruguay. So a penalty to France early on, and a chance to maybe set up an attacking lineout very close to the line. Mattia Sanguinetti penalized there for losing his bind. Bernd van Rixel vra, het jy Instagram guru? Ja, ek het, maar ek gebruik dit so min, Bernd. Is daar 'n spesifieke rede hoekom jy vra? So France have decided to have a shot at goal instead of kicking for touch here in what I can only describe as, well, I don't know how to describe this, but clearly they just want to settle things down. It's a difficult kick, 5 meters out from the left-hand touchline here for Melvin Jaminet, the fullback of France. Right, so he lines this one up, and that is very well struck from Melvin Jaminet. Puts France into the lead by 3-0 after 3 minutes of play in this game. 3 minutes gone. It's France 3, Uruguay 0. And it's going to be Echeverri to get us restarted. Silvano Anzanello, Buonasera tutti voi dall'Italia, buon divertimento, if that is the way to say it. And Zaki Venta says yes. Right, so 3-0 it is then. France leading this opening 4 minutes of the game already. Let's see how this one is going to go. Les Teros with the restart. It's a high-hanging kickoff deep inside the 22. And France have taken that well now. Popped this cross. Lichi now waiting for it. Oh, it's out. Actually, Melvin Jaminet at scrum off. And now that ball has gone behind France. Now they have to pick up that scrappy ball inside the 22. And Lichi now waiting for it. Looks like he's going to clear his ball himself. Goes to the box kick over the top. And he will find touch roundabout on the 10-meter line of France. So on paper, it looks like Lusu. And I went and translated it. So it's actually Lishi. Or Lishi. So excuse the pronunciation, guys. Pujadas with the throw-in for Uruguay there as they get a driving ball going. Now they're going to let it split off the back. Running straight into it. There's the captain, Villacheka. Now it's taken up by Diana, the number 8 of Uruguay. Between the 10 and the 22 of France in the middle of the field. Another opportunity now running flat here and making some ground there is Inciarte. Driven up again by Sanguinetti, the prop forward just outside the 22. Now a chance here with a little chip kick over the top. Oh, this could work for Uruguay. Here comes the first try of the game. And it's going to be the left winger who's going to get over. It's Nicolas Freitas after a mistake from France there. A little kick over the top. And the French winger couldn't collect that ball. And it's an opening try here to Uruguay. Points to 3. They are going to go upstairs and have a look at it, but I don't see any mistake from here. Well done, Uruguay. Great little cross kick chip there. And it was Melvin Jaminet who couldn't get to that ball, just went in behind him. And Freitas gets over for the first try of this game. Wow, what a start to this game. So, conversion to come then. We've had 6 minutes of play in this game. Uruguay leading 5-3. Echeverri with that little chip kick, cross kick for Freitas. And now Echeverri is going to try and get this conversion over for Uruguay. Right from the, on the left-hand corner here, and he's hooked it completely there. So 5 points to 3 after about 6.5 minutes gone in this game. Game 9 of the Rugby World Cup. France 3, Uruguay 5. Nicolas Freitas, the left winger who scored the try. So we are having a stoppage in play just real quickly. Now it's back on again. It was Villacheca, the captain, who received some attention there. And now the restart by France, taken in beautifully there by Ardoa inside the 22 of Uruguay, towards the middle of the field here for Uruguay. Arata now waiting for it, goes to the box kick over the top, straight down the middle of the field, and now a chance here for France to come on a counter-attack. They're going to go up high into the air. The chase now coming, and beautifully collected by Jaminet between a 22 and a 10-meter line of Uruguay. Taken up beautifully there by France now, and it's Jean-Baptiste Gros who took it up for them now. Can they get quick ball now? It's Staffan Iona who takes it up for France. Lichy now waiting for a penalty advantage coming for France now. Right in the middle of the field, just outside the 22. Lichy into a little half cap, and away he go. Just about 10 meters out now. It's taken up by Arthur Vincent now. Another pick up and go here from the big forward, Aldegheri. 5 meters out from the try line now as France go on the attack. Lichy now again gets it out to the forward, Stamafuyena. 5 meters out from the try line. Here comes a counter ruck from Uruguay. But the referee's going to call him back for offside. Offside here by Uruguay, and a chance for France now. Zaki Venter says, what? Uruguay is on fire. And then Peter van der Merwe says, if Uruguay can score against France, then we most certainly can. Remember, this is a bit of a B team here for France today. But yeah, 9 minutes gone in this one. Uruguay 5, France 3. And I think France have opted to go for goal here. That's why they're taking so long. They're going to go with a scrum down. So France have opted for a scrum 5 meters out from the try line, right about in the middle of the field. So options left and right here for France. Lichy then to feed this one in for them. A penalty goes the way of France again there from the scrum, and struggling at the moment is Uruguay. We'll see how long Ben O'Keefe will allow this to happen. They're going to go for another scrum now, is France. So 10 minutes gone in this opening first half. Uruguay leading by 5 points to 3. Very similar to what has happened to all the other Rugby World Cup games. The underdog starting with like a house on fire, and then the stronger side just creeps in and gets a massive score at the end of the day. Right, so scrum feed to come now for France. Lichy will throw this one in. 5 meters out from Uruguay's try line, right in the middle of the field. Geelong controlling that ball at the back. Lichy now again. Here they come. Here's a chance, and there's a try. It's the fly-off who gets the try, and it's Antoine Hastoy who gets the try for France. It's easy as that. Worked the right-hand side of the field and got over for their first try of the game. So after 11 minutes of play, it's the French fly-off, Antoine Hastoy, who gets the try for them. Easily done. No hard work done there. No hard work needed there at all. Just ran into a bit of space and got there. Easy try for the fly-off of France. Yeah, Marius, bad signal today. So from next weekend, from next week we'll have better signal as I'm leaving for Cape Town next week. So I'm going to try and get the most important games up and having some good signal go. But unfortunately, this is how it's going today. Just to make it easier on the eye, then let's do it like this. We'll put the score there and then myself at the bottom. Maybe that will increase the pixels a little bit. So conversions gone over. 10 points to France, 5 to Uruguay. As France now take the initiative here. 10 points to 5. One try apiece so far in this game. 59 votes so far. 44% of the people saying that France will win by more than 40 points today. Let's see if that's going to be the case. Wacky has taken that restart now for France as they get the driving maul going here for them. Some good mauling there. Penalty advantage coming for France. Lucy now. Astor. Back it comes now. Working at the back line. Arthur Vincent now. It's Makalu over the halfway line. Gets it out to Gabin Villiers. Takes it up to the 10-meter line. Now Lichi. Astor again. Gets it out to Tamafuyena. Lichi waiting for that ball. Right on the halfway line. Now they come. It's Mufana up to the 10-meter line, about 10 meters out from the left-hand touch line. It's taken up there by Borgaret. Up to the 10 now. Lichi again, Mufana. Wide they go. It's Geelong now back on the inside to Gabin Villiers. He gets driven back to about between the 22 and the 10. Now Hastoy again gets the pass away. Melvin Jaminet now. He's brought down, not many distance made there. It's kicked forward there by Hastoy. And we're going to come back for a penalty to France again. Between the 22 and the 10 inside Uruguay's territory. Zaki Venter says 55-5 for France today. And Peter van der Merwe 67-12 is his prediction as well today. We'll have to wait and see what that outcome is going to be. Currently, 10 points to France, 5 to Uruguay. We've had about 14 minutes of this game. Uruguay opened up, scored the first try of the game with a beautiful little cross kick just in behind Jaminet. And then Freitas got over for the try. So Melvin Jaminet is going to have a shot at goal here from right in front. Should take France up to 13 points to 5. Yeah, he lines it up, takes the go and gets it straight through the middle. So France 13, then Uruguay 5 after 15 minutes of play in this game. So France looking just to settle things down as it's going to be the fly off Echeverri, who's going to restart this now for Uruguay. Goes quite deep with that kickoff and the chance now for France to take this one up. It is taken up by Bodehent there inside his own 22. Lichi now gets it out. Tamafuyena brought down quickly. And it's stolen by Uruguay now. Turnover ball, and here's a chance if they move this out wide. But they knock it on, unfortunately. And it's going to be a scrum down to France just outside their own 22. Yeah, the ball just got knocked on there by Leidekar, the lock forward of Uruguay. Peter van der Merwe is van start and a good backup for Hooker. Has he ever played there? He good at the breakdown, etc. I spoke about it a little bit earlier on, Peter. I'm not sure. I've never seen Marco play there before. Don't know if he played any of his rugby in junior level at hooker, but they'll have to really work on that line-out throws and the hooks at scrum time if they're serious about having him play at hooker. He's very good at the breakdown, good stealer of the ball, so that shouldn't be a problem at all. So it's just the basic fundamental stuff of a hooker that he will have to get to perfect if he's going to really do well in that position. So 73% possession to France at the moment, completely dominating the possession at the moment is France. 17 minutes gone. France 13, Uruguay 5. Will we see France break clear real soon? Right, so the scrum feet now are going to come from Lishi. Scrum feet in now. Geelong at the back of this scrum, working the right-hand side of the field now. Mufana, tried a little chip kick. Didn't work out, got charged down or got obstructed, but they did manage to get that ball back now. And Makalu now in possession for France. Between the 10 and the 22-meter line. It's Lichi with the box kick over the top, and the chase now coming. It's going to bounce back into the hands of Waki now. Baptiste Gross gets it out. Bufana out to Makalu now. They've worked it backwards now as France. Waki picks up and go on the 10-meter line of France. It's been knocked backwards there by Lichi, says the referee. Play on. And here comes Arthur Vincent now. He breaks through up to the 10-meter line. They go right in the middle of the field. And working it wide now to Arthur Vincent. Vincent between the 10 and the 22-meter line. Can they do this now? Here comes Baptiste Gross again. It's carried forward by Geelong now. And slow ball coming back. Lichi again now. Still France have it. It's Hashtor now looking for a bit of space. Vincent now driven back in a tackle about between the 22 and the 10-meter line. It's the right winger there, Bele Biare, who tries to make some ground, but a penalty comes the way of Romania now. And obstruct while playing that ball on the ground is a call from Benakiv and a chance for Uruguay to relieve some pressure. Right, so let's see. Almost 20 minutes gone in this one. And France 13, Uruguay 5 at the moment. They are going to try and relieve some pressure here. It's the fly off there. Echeverri. So 20 minutes played in this one. It's France 13, Uruguay 5. If Ireland versus Uruguay, it was 100-0, says Zaki. Right, line up taken, but it's again not thrown in straight by Uruguay. So it will be a French ball. So no water breaks, it seemed, today. It was only the opening week, by the looks of it. Yaku Robertson says hi, and also Secret Channel says hi. How's it going, guys? Hope you're all well. So 13 points to 5 after 20 minutes of play. A try apiece so far, and then 2 penalties by France. Can we see something special from Uruguay? But France look very good at the moment. They don't look like a team that's going to easily lose this one. Lishi now with the throw in. The scrum off of France. Free kick here to Uruguay. This time round, it's Baptiste Gross who gets penalized with a free arm penalty. A short arm penalty, sorry. So, Echeverri then to kick this one downfield in for Uruguay. Remember, it's not a penalty, it's just a free kick. So they go high up into the air. Will there be a chase here from them? No, it's taken too far. And an easy mark made by Melvin Jaminet inside the 22 of France. So he's going to kick this for distance. And he will find touch right on the 10-meter line, but quickly thrown in now by Uruguay, and a chance now to counter-attack. They decide to kick it downfield, and now France have the ball. Melvin Jaminet looking to find distance once again, straight down the middle of the field now, taken by Amaya, as he kicks it downfield, and now taken here by Jaminet again, gives it out to Mufana, back to Makalo, and now Gavin Villiers up to the 22 they go. This is France at their very best on the attack. But Gavin Villiers held up in the tackle, and this could be a Uruguay scrum if this ball don't come out. Yeah, it is going to be a Uruguayan scrum right on the 22-meter line. Great defense there from Uruguay in the end, stopping Gavin Villiers, who's a little bit light and easy to pick up. Jaco Robertson says France 27, Uruguay 16. Don't think it's going to be that close, but you never know. They've been struggling to get tries. One try apiece so far. 43 ball carries from France to only the 7 of Uruguay so far. So, France in total control. I could see France run away with this very easily in the second half. Right, so it's a scrum down into to Uruguay, and it's going to be fed in here by Arata, or big scrum coming from France, and they win the penalty there. So, it's Uruguay struggling very much at scrum time, and we saw big scores come up every time a scrum or a team has been struggling at scrum time. So this time they are going to go to the corner as France, setting up the line out 5 meters out from the Uruguayan try line. And everything expected should see a French try after this movement. Borgaret to throw this one in for France. Which way will it go? To Geelong it goes, and they form the maul now, get the driving maul going. Can they work it forward? Can they work it forward? Wow, Uruguay has actually stopped that maul, and it's going to be a scrum down to Uruguay. Great defense. Great defense there from Uruguay, bringing down that maul and making it unplayable, and it will be a scrum feed to Uruguay. 5 meters out from their own try line, just holding out against this French outfit at the moment. I think France will be very happy if they just get the 5-pointer today and secure the victory, because they got the big one. They got the one that they needed against the All Blacks in the opening game. Now it's just to cruise through to the quarterfinals of this competition. So Arata then to feed this one in for Uruguay. And this time it's going to be a penalty to Uruguay at scrum time. And I don't think the ref himself knows which way the penalty should be going at the moment. Very inconsistent from both sides at the moment at scrum time. Early engagement is the call against Baptiste Gross there. Zaki Fenter asked why Grant Williams will be playing at 14. So did you see the speed of that guy, Zaki? He's got tremendous pace, and I think it's about giving the players some game time just to get game fit and ready for if needed to be, because they all need to be match fit at the end of the day. Pujadas with the throw in. The ball spills out the back. Arata's got it now. Gets it out there to Echeverri now. Driven up by Villacheca, the captain. They get it back now. Diana, they're working the blind side here. Is Uruguay trying to run it as Basso brought down about between the 22 and the 10-meter line inside their own half. Diana takes it up again. Little snipe there from Marata, but not going anywhere. Penalty advantage, though, to Uruguay. And the referee's going to call them back for a penalty for a high tackle. It's 13 points to 5. It is at the moment. With about 13 minutes to play in this first half. France 13, Uruguay 5. They just need to cruise through this next couple of pool games. Time has been stopped. They are going to go upstairs to have a look at a possible dangerous tackle. So Ben Whitehouse, the TMO, will have a look at that. Oh, that could be trouble for Tamafia now. That could be a potentially... look, he did slip. So I would say yellow card with a bunker decision to come here. But definitely a yellow card, worth a yellow card. So Tamafia, the big lock of France, is going to go to the bin with a bunker decision, I think. What could be a mitigating factor there is that Arata did slip in that first tackle, and then Tamafia hit him straight with the shoulder to the face. So yellow card and bunker decision to come. MJ Fervais says, I'm surprised teams like Uruguay, Romania, and even Chile manages to score against teams much better than them. And then Jeremy says, come on, Uruguay, those friends are troublemakers, dragon slayers. Right, so 27 minutes gone. It is a penalty to Uruguay now as they kick that ball downfield, and they will find touch roundabout on the halfway line, about 5 meters inside France territory. Tamafia copying a yellow card there. And at this stage, for me, it's still a 50-50 call whether it could be turning into a red card. But I think there was some mitigating factor there. Right, so now it's thrown over the top, and here comes France now, the hooker kicking that ball away, and Arata now under pressure and tries to spin his way through 3 French defenders there as they've managed to secure that ball 10 meters from their own try line is Uruguay. Diana takes it up again now for them. Just no way through as the ball's been turned over by France now. Ashtor gets it out, Mufana. Mufana running sideways, knocks it on, and we will have a scrum down to Uruguay right on the 22-meter line. Very scrappy. Not the greatest game to watch. But, at the moment, it's France just leading by 13 points to 5. Right, so it will be a scrum down to Uruguay right on the 22-meter line inside their own half. Right, so scrum off to feed this one. It is Arata, the scrum off for Uruguay. He's had the ball most of the time for Uruguay. Him and Echeverri, along with Diana, the number 8. Right, gets it away. Echeverri, now it's taken up there by the captain, Villacheska. Wide they go, and it's Freitas on the attack now. Up over the halfway line he goes. Can he get the pass back on the inside? He can get it away to Amaya, who sets it up between the 10 and the 22-meter line of France. Great attack here from Uruguay. Say, move, there's a little knock on. Want to move it wide now. Lichi gets away. Hashtoy gets the kick away and straight into the hands of the right winger Basso now. Basso running it up to the 10-meter line. He's brought down very quickly, right in the middle of the field. Now Arata. Echeverri again gets it out to Villachesca. Villachesca up to the halfway line they go. Back to Leidekar again. Right on the halfway line now. Penalty advantage, I think. Echeverri with a little kick, and it's collected well here by Uruguay. Just up over halfway. There's numbers to the left. Why kick it? There's a little charge down, though, in that kick. But here's a chance now for Uruguay again. It's it's Freitas who knocks that ball on about 5 meters inside the 22. Well, great action from Uruguay, but just not able to capitalize on it. The kick got obstructed there by Hashtoy and came back to Uruguay, and then Freitas, just a good tackle there, knocking that ball on in the contact. Bad luck, scores the opening try for Uruguay as well as Freitas, Nicolas Freitas, the left winger for Uruguay. So 9 minutes to play here in this first half. France 13, Uruguay 5. It's been a very scrappy affair with not a lot happening at the moment. Samuel November says, come on, France. So, yeah. It's been very scrappy from both sides. France have got a man in the bin as well, as Lichi will feed this one in for France. Big scrum coming from Uruguay, and they win the penalty as well here. And will they be cheeky enough to kick this to the corner? A great scrum there from Uruguay, and they win another penalty. That's, I think, the second scrum or penalty that they've got. One free kick penalty and two penalties, as Echeverri. Has the clock been stopped? Yeah, the clock has been stopped by the referee, and he's just having a talk to Jalonk now, the captain of this French side. So we might see another yellow card come if they keep on infringing here inside the red zone. Grant, say Uruguay, not the most tactically efficient team, but they can play the game. Let's go. Right, so time is back on then, and Uruguay kicks to the corner, 6 meters out from the try line. Can they get a driving ball go and score a try? Pujadas to throw this one in, an important throw in now. Aliaga, the lock, takes it in, and here comes the ball now from Uruguay. Can they get it going? It's controlled at the back by Pujadas. Starting to move forward now, but they're going to get it out, and it's Villachesca. Now out it goes, and here's a chance. It's straight time to Uruguay. It's the fly off again, Echeverri, who goes over for the try here for Uruguay. And what a try it is. Cut through the defense and got the try there for Uruguay. Well, first and foremost, a very good driving ball there from Uruguay. Then I got it out. Villachesca on a loop around. Echeverri runs past Gavin into the gap through Gavin Villiers. And then, Mufana just too late there to get the cover tackle. Uruguay over for their second try of the game. 13 points to 10 it is. So what's the hold up now? We're going to go upstairs to have a look at something. Yeah, they are going to go upstairs. I don't know what the call is there for, but we'll have a look maybe for obstruction here. Yeah, they're going to have a look for obstruction now. Well, we'll see. If this try is not allowed, then it's going to be a big blow. Yeah, obstruction it is. He would have definitely gotten to Echeverri there. So I'm having this feeling that it is obstruction and this try will be disallowed. I think it will only be the right call there. Yeah, so that's not going to be a try. I think it's going to, in fact, be a penalty now to France then for obstruction. Bad luck to Uruguay there. But the rules are rules, and we saw how the Wallabies got away for it for like forever. And now Uruguay pinned for it. So let's see. Whoa! It is going to be a penalty. I almost thought he was awarding the try there, but no. It's an obstruction from Uruguay, and it's a penalty to France, 5 meters out from their own try line. Right, so Tashtoy getting that ball away and finding touch round about between the 10 and the halfway line inside their own half. Yeah, Arthur Vincent was definitely going to get to Echeverri there. No doubt about it. So bad luck there for Uruguay. Thought they could get away with it seems. So line out now taken by Woki, and France now setting up a driving maul with 5 minutes to play in this first half. Slowly starting to make progress. 5 meters from the left-hand touchline. Up to the halfway goes France now with this driving maul. Lichi having to get this one out now. Goes to the box kick over the top. Gavin Villiers chasing up after it. And it is going to come back to Uruguay, but they knock it on. And in fact, it's going to be a penalty again for obstruction. Changing their lanes there was Uruguay. And you're not allowed to do that. It's just basic stuff. Velecheska having a word there with Benekif, but I saw it from a mile out. And France now, instead of conceding a try, now 5 meters out on an attempt to score their own try here. Good news for France also that bunker decision went the way of yellow only. Rata there just changing his lanes, running into the traffic really. Now, Borgarit to throw this one in. Finds Woki, little bit fumbly there from him, but they managed to get that back. And now looking to get the driving ball going is France. Geelong gets the ball out to Gavin Villiers. Takes it up to about 5 meters out from the try line, but it's been turned over by Uruguay. Somehow they've managed to take that. And Rata now waiting for that ball. Rata looks like he's going to go with the box kick over the top. Yeah, he is going to try and get that as far downfield as possible. And about, between the 10 and the 22, not 5 meters outside of the 22. It will be a line out to France again. As Tamafuena looking to come back onto the field. There he comes. So with 4 minutes to play, 3 minutes to play, sorry. It's France back to full strength. And here comes France again now. So they move it. Hashtoy now. Mufana running straight into the traffic as Jalok now. Lichi, back it comes again now. It's taken out by Borgarit. Now wide they go. Up to the 22 goes France. Oh, that ball stolen on the ground. And this Yeah, he was not supporting his own body weight there, was the Uruguayan player. About 2 meters inside the 22 of Uruguay now, 6 or 7 meters out from the right hand touchline. What will France do with this one? Yeah, Hastoy going to go for the corner. 2.5 minutes to go to half time. Can Uruguay hold out? Or will France get a try before half time? Very error-ridden game here at the moment between the two sides. As France, Borgarit to throw this one in, finds Geelong. They set up the driving maul now. Can Uruguay hold out one more time? No, France now starting to move forward. And, again, penalty advantage coming for France, though, as they're about 2 meters out from the try line now, 10 meters from the right-hand touchline. Tamafria not looking to go himself, just held up a meter short. Now Baptist Cross, also not going to get over. Litchi now moves it to the backline. Hashtoy going with a cross kick here for Gavin Villiers, but it's too far. And if it was NFL, it would have been a perfect score. But it's not American football, so they're going back for the penalty. So offside by Uruguay, and now the referee's having a talk to the captain. It is Vilachescu, the captain for Uruguay. As time is up on the clock. Well, still about 40 seconds to go in this first half. France now with another penalty. Let's see what they can do with this one. Eddie King says, Uruguay tonight, are France not good tonight? They're not great today. Too many unforced errors, too many mistakes, discipline not up to scratch. You can see this is a team that has been pulled together this week, and they don't have the togetherness of their opening game. A lot of changes to the side. 62 ball carriers, 319 meters made. 27 carries by Uruguay. So a big difference there in ball carries, as Litchi will feed this one in with about 20 seconds to go in this first half. Scrum goes down now. Litchi waiting for it at the back. He gets it out. Mufana, he's going to bash it up right under the sticks here, 5 meters out from the try line. Makalo, was there obstruction? Yes, there was. Obstruction from France, and it's a penalty to Uruguay. And we might see that this will be the halftime score here. So, very poor first half from France, not getting things together, as Uruguay will kick that into touch for halftime. So, at halftime, it is, France 13, Uruguay 5. And so far, so good for this Uruguayan outfit, trailing by only 8 points at the moment. A try being disallowed there for them as well. So everything is happening out here at the moment. Jeremy Rogers says, this is crazy. Maybe I'm just old. I will watch the highlights, but I enjoy listening to your commentary. Thanks, Jeremy. Really appreciate it, man. And then Antoinette Gerber says, hi, Guru. Thanks for live streaming the game. Go Uruguay. So this is halftime here. France have got 13. Uruguay has got 5. And I think the only surprise so far is the scoreline here. Look, I knew from the start that Uruguay can play some rugby. And I knew that being from Spanish origin, this Uruguayan side has got the spirit to play some rugby. And normally the French and the Spanish or you can say Uruguayans for that fact, are very competitive against each other. So, especially if you look at football and all the other sports, a very competitive nation is Uruguay. So I always expected them to come out firing in this game, but yeah, I must say I didn't expect France to be this poor. They've just not been able to work or gel together as a unit today. A lot of changes from the side that played last week against the All Blacks, and there's no what's the word? I can't get to the word now, but yeah, that left there. It's been a really poor first half from France, not able to convert point opportunities into points. We've seen them take a shot at goal early on to get some points up where I doubted, where I said they maybe should have gone for touch. And now that they have been going to touch, they haven't been able to convert those opportunities into points. So that's clearly why they have been opting to go for goal. But yeah, Greg Kukumur says, wait for it. The French are about to get a wake up call from their coaches. I'm going to take a quick break, guys, but when we do come back, we will be doing the second half of this game. Right, guys, we are back here for the second half of this game. It is France still leading by 13 points to 5. And yeah, we'll see. The first 10 minutes will tell. Team Uruguay aren't going to go down easy, says Grant. Jeremy Rogers says Uruguay needs to get France down. They're plenty good enough. And in Naomi Pretoria says French team need to groom their feathers and score more in the second half. It's going to be very interesting to see. And if we go and have a look so far at how they fared, it's not a great performance from France. Melvin Jaminet being caught out of position a couple of times. Louis Bere not seeing too much of the ball. Gavin Villiers, not plenty of chances for him either. A couple of knock-ons here and there. Arthur Vincent and Mufana not doing too much in the midfield. Antoine Hastoy has been really good at fly-off for France. Maxime Lucy has been good. Anthony Jalok, Makalu, and Bodahent has been decent. Romain Tafiuena already yellow card for him. Cameron Waki has had a decent game. Aldegheri, Pierre Porgarit, and Baptiste Cross struggling at scrum time against a very strong scrum from the Uruguayans. It seems like they started off poorly and then got into second gear was Uruguay. Amaya hasn't had plenty of ball. Basso and Freitas, the two wingers, have been really good. Inciarte, not so much. Andres Velacheska has been solid as captain. And Narata and Echeverry has been the key in this first half for them. But we are going to get the second half underway now. Uruguay will kick it off for us. It's 13 points to 5. France leading this contest. So let's see if Uruguay can upset the French today. Doubt it, but you just never know. It's going to be Echeverry to get the second half underway for us. So we'll see how that goes in this second half. Both teams are ready, and Echeverry just waiting on the ref's call to get the second half underway for us. Right, playing from right to left on our screens now, Uruguay, as we get the second half underway here in this game. Let's see who's going to come out on top. It is Uruguay kicking it off then. So a long high kickoff from him just inside the 22, taken by Melvin Jaminet. Slowly coming back for it. Lisi now waiting for it. Going with a box kick over the top and not going to find touch. And here's a chance now for Uruguay to go on the counter-attack. It is taken up by Passo. The right winger up to the 10-meter line now. It's Echeverry. A beautiful breakthrough from Uruguay now. They need support up to the 22. They go. Cuts back on the inside. Thumping tackle there on Velachescu. And where to now? Velachescu gets it out. Here's a chance as they make it forward to about 10 meters out from the try line. Echeverry, quick ball now. Back to the forwards they go. It's Leidekar who takes it up 10 meters out from the try line. Penalty advantage coming for Uruguay. Again, Echeverry, long cut-out pass, knock on. And we're going to come back for a penalty to Uruguay. What a start to this second half. Grant says the no-pressure team seems to always be the surprise. And what a start here to the second half from Uruguay. A minute and a half gone. Echeverry is going to kick this to the corner for Uruguay. Sets it up about 5 meters out from the try line. What a break that was from the fullback, Amaya. Got into space, got the offload away, and it looked like Uruguay was going to score, but just stopped. Pujadas now gets the throw into Aliaga, forms the maul now. Can they get this maul going forward? This Uruguay, yes they can. Starting to move forward now, but held up beautifully by the French defense. As that ball, is it going to come out? Comes out the side of France, though. And now Lucy with a kick over the top just to clear that ball for France all the way up to the 10-meter line inside their own half. Great cover defense there from France. They just keep Uruguay out. Punjadas now with the throw into this line out. Roundabout between the 10 and the 22-meter line. Alijaro takes it now. Here comes Ara. They're working the back. It's taken by Amaya on the 10-meter line. It lost the ground, though. Now it's Uruguay. They're going to start working it with the forwards now. Amata now gets it out to Javeri. Working it with the forwards. Good drive there from Piccolo, but the penalty goes against Uruguay, diving off their feet, and just that discipline not working out for Uruguay at the moment. 3.5 minutes gone in the second half. France is going to kick this downfield and sets it up about 5 meters inside the 22 of Uruguay. Chance now for France early on. 4 minutes gone in the second half, as it's going to be Borgaret to throw this one in. Goes to Makalu at the back, and it's going to be a scrum down to Uruguay, not thrown in straight by Borgaret. And the mistakes keeps on coming in the second half. We saw plenty of mistakes in that first half, and it's just continuing here in the second from both sides, really. Just not going their way. Saki says, let's go. Right, so we still got plenty of time in the second half. Can Uruguay get out of their own 22 here? About 5 meters inside their own 22, about 10 meters out from the right-hand touchline. Scrum goes down, and it's a penalty to Uruguay, and they can relieve some pressure. They've been struggling a lot at scrum time, and it's again the French who gets penalized, and it's Aldegheri who gets penalized once again. As Echeverri now gets that kick away towards the halfway line. Not the greatest of performances so far from France today. They've been put under pressure from the Uruguayan side, and Pujadas now with the throw into the line goes over the top, and it's Echeverri who manages to collect that one now. Paso just up over halfway, and there's a little knock-on from Uruguay. How many knock-ons have we seen in this game already? 6 minutes into the second half. Scrappy. Very, very, very scrappy at the moment. Really from both sides, playing a very poor game at the moment. Nobody able to make any ground whatsoever, as Litchi now will feed this one in. Grant says the French sound Atlantic, they didn't expect this. Saki says if Uruguay wins, it will be massive victory for them and their country. Penalty advantage now from the scrum. Jalok off the back gets it out. Ashtoy brought down, gets the pass away. Forward pass though, and we're coming back for another penalty to France, this time from the halfway line. They need to play a little bit with more urgency. Is this French side? as if they just not showed up to play any rugby today. And this is normally a very poor sign for the French. Oh, Geelong has indicated to the referee that they're going to have a shot at goal here. You can see Fabien Galtier, the coach of France, not a happy man at the moment. With 8 minutes gone here in the second half, France 13, Uruguay 5, and now having a shot at goal. And they only have one try to show so far. Tough kick coming up for Jaminet, the fullback of France. Though the probability meter says it's about a 79% chance of him hitting this one from the halfway line, about 15 meters out from the left-hand touch line. So, well struck kick, but it's going to go to the left of the posts, and the score will remain 13 points to 5, with 8.5 minutes gone in the second half. Can Uruguay find a way back into this game? They've looked really good at times, but just handling errors and discipline, letting them down close to the try line. A restart from the 22-meter line. It's a deep one taken there by Lucy. Now it's Melvin Jaminet who goes high up into the air. The chase coming, and it's going to bounce off the French player, but it's Kevin Bellier who's going to pick it up and score the try here for France. Well, they are going to go upstairs, I think. Just stop the clock right here. It went off the shoulder, I think, of one of the French players. And then into the hands of Gavin Villiers, the left winger of France. So we're just going to go upstairs and have a look here. But Uruguay has struggled with that high kicks in the air so far throughout the first half, and it's now could cost them a 7-pointer. Let's have a look. Off the shoulder of Jalok. So can that be considered a knock-on? Surely it must be considered something. Still part of the arm, the backside, this part. So no try, and it's going to be a knock-on. So we are going to come back then for a knock-on from France, and a scrum will go the way of Uruguay. So both teams now having a try disallowed for either reason. A penalty, well, obstruction was the one from Uruguay, and now a knock-on from France. So changes now coming up for Uruguay as well. Looks like the props, not the hooker and the props being replaced now. So onto the field comes Tas, Benitez, and PUC. And also for the French, Wardi, Mafaka, as a couple of more changes there. Just can't see all the changes. Flament then should come on as well. And also the flanker then. So we've got Bastien Chaleroux, Thibaut Flament, Faletau, Reda Wardi, and Mafaka on the field for France. Jaco Robertson says France 27, Uruguay 20. So plenty of changes then coming on for both sides. Francois Cross also on the field for Geelong. So we are going to continue now with a feed here to Uruguay. Grant says he's liking this game. Scrappy, working for Uruguay at the moment. Right, so Arata then to feed this one in for Uruguay as time is back on now. Let's see what they can do with this one. They do get it out, bit sloppy up the back, but now straightened there by Inciarte. Now comes back to Echeverri, who kicks it downfield. Not going to find touch. Here's a chance now for Jaminet. He runs into the defense, caught on the 10-meter line, though, as Velacheska made the tackle. Now Lichi gets it out to Flament, driven back in the tackle, and quickly up over that was Uruguay, and they win another penalty. Great work there done by Ardoa, the number 6 flanker for Uruguay. Quickly up over that ball and won the penalty for Uruguay. Plenty of opportunities. Echeverri now going to kick this to the corner again. And what if Uruguay has taken all their kicks at goal? They might have left now. Yeah, they're just getting driven back there was the French, and quickly up over it was Ardoa. And now the throw-in now going to come from Katas. To the back they go. Great take there at the back. And they did contest. This was the French. So now the driving ball could be set up here by Uruguay. They need to get this out, though. And I think they're going to lose this ball again. Now it is going to come back for him. Freitas now at scrum off for Uruguay. Taken up through the forwards. Again they go. Freitas having a crack himself there. Now Rata. Rata going absolutely nowhere there. Another pick up and go from Uruguay now. 10 meters out. Right in the middle of the field. Rata gets out. Echeverri on the run. Oh, here's a chance now. It's going to be the fullback who's going to get there. Amaya dots over the try line, and we've got a game on our hands here if France are not going to be careful. France 13, Uruguay 10, with a conversion to come. Zaki says, I will be the whole week here. Thanks, Zaki. Well, what a run around there from Ayara. And this time, no obstruction, as the French just didn't make their tackle. Great stuff there. Great run into space. Gets the try. And suddenly, it's game on here with France 13, Uruguay 10, and a conversion to come. Well, a wacky game. Scrappy, wacky game. 13 to France, 10 to Uruguay, with this conversion to come from Echeverri from the right-hand corner. A 29% probability for him. Let's see if he can get this. It should be a 3-point game going into the last 30 minutes of this game. Well, 27 to be exact. Oh, and he struck it beautifully. That's gone straight through the middle. And suddenly, it's 13 points to 12 with 26 and a half minutes to go. Well, Greg Kukumur says, oh boy, is this a sign of things to come? Maybe the big upset of the week. Wow, wouldn't that be great? The restart now, and it's well taken by Uruguay. Just outside their own 22 now. Rata now waiting for it. Gets it out to the forwards now. Echeverri. Oh, his kick has been charged down. Echeverri. And here comes France are going to score. That should be a try to France. The try has been awarded by the referee, I think. Well, Mafaka. The replacement hooker, Navaka. Well, it's Uruguay just went to sleep there, and France to hit back immediately. They're not going to go upstairs. Time's back on. So with that, let's just have a look what happened here. Echeverri kicked that ball into his own player, and then off the chest and recollected, Mafaka got over for an easy try. So that is a try 18-12, with a conversion to come. And the easy comeback then for France. Eric Davis, are you making this up, Guru? No, I'm not. But yeah, France have hit back and they've got the try, converted try. All the hard work from Uruguay for nothing, as it's 20 points to 18, 20 points to 12 with 25 minutes to go. Well, it's one of those things. You work hard for one and then give away another very cheaply. Echeverri would be very disappointed with himself there. Restart taken by France and they kick it downfield almost immediately. Quickly thrown in by Uruguay though. And now it's Basso who goes high down the field straight into the hands of Melvin Jaminet. He's going to send it back with interest, looking for a 50-22. No, the bounce of the ball kind of for Uruguay as it comes back. And, well, what now? It's going to come back for a penalty to France, though. Was there another obstruction from offside from Uruguay? So France now, as good as Uruguay, that try was for Uruguay, it's just caused them to take their concentration off this game. Ron says, this is excellent. What a match. Must have been less than a minute. Yeah, it was definitely less than a minute. Right, so now what are they deciding here? So they're going to go all the way downfield for a scrum here. Just have a look. Yeah, so scrum from where he kicked it. That will be on the 10-meter line. Bit of confusion there from the referee. Guni Ackerman says, hi Guru, this is a scrappy game as you described the game, but the game is far from end and could have a close or different end. Yeah, we'll see about that one, Kuni. It's been very scrappy indeed. As Flamand now on for Waki. Zaki says, wow, France is insane today. 20 points to 18. We are going to have a scrum down now to France, around about the 10-meter line of Uruguay. As we see Berchesi coming on for Echeverri and Dotti on for Alaga. So Berchesi on for Echeverri. He did have a really good game throughout this one, but in the end, that mistake could cost him the game where he kicked the ball into his own player. Lucy now with the feed to the scrum then for France as they try and get the penalty advantage, which they do from the scrum. Working the blind side now. Little kick in behind as that ball's going to run into touch 10 meters out from the try line. But we are going to come back for a penalty to France on the 10-meter line of Uruguay with 22 minutes to go in this game. France have 2 tries, Uruguay have 2 tries, but France definitely will be seeking that bonus point. Rightfully so. Line out about 10 meters out from the Uruguayan try line. It's 57% possession to France at the moment. Line out taken by Flamand now. And they get the driving all going is France. Mavaka at the back then making some nuisance of himself here as France make their way up to about 5 meters out. But well defended again by Uruguay as they bring them down now 5 meters out from the try line. That ball not going to come out And it's going to be a Uruguayan scrum down 5 meters out from their own try line. Again, great defense from Uruguay. It's those sort of mistakes that we've seen from the attacking side that has just not led to any points today. Almost all the driving balls leading to turnover possession in this game so far. 20 minutes to play in this game. France lead by 8 points at the moment. It could have been 1, but a lapse in concentration from Uruguay that just led to a mistake and a try to France. Well, Zaki, I don't know, man. We'll have to wait and see. I did say that I was going to do one, but it's almost unlikely now with my voice being the way it is. Might not be doing it. Right, here comes Uruguay now from their own try line, but a penalty goes the way of France from that scrum. And, yeah, it's going to be France with an opportunity now. Well, look at the grass coming out. How can you put blame on any of the players there for that? That should have just been a reset scrum and a scrum to Uruguay again. Ripping out the grass there was France. Jeez, like taking the whole grass with them. So France have decided to have a scrum down here, and they will be looking to get a try from here. 19 minutes or 18 minutes to play in this game. France leading by 8. And one feel if there's going to be another try now, it could be the end of the game for Uruguay. Lucy then to feed this one in. Scrum being reset again by the referee now. Some good scrumming by Uruguay today. Zaki, is the grass fake? No, it's real grass. It's just it came out of the turf, basically, of the soil. No, it's proper grass, Zaki. Don't know, maybe 50% fake, who knows? These days, it's been difficult to tell. So it's a reset scrum in again for France now. 5 meters out from Uruguay's try line, about give or take 10 meters out from the right-hand touch line. Can France come back here? And Neville says, morning, Mr. Guru. How's it going on? Oh, it's a penalty to Uruguay. And it's been one of the areas France have struggled today, has been in that scrums. Really, really difficult. As the Uruguayan scrum has really impressed throughout this game. And now the kick downfield from Bechesi as he makes it up to the 10-meter line. Yeah, France scrum just slipping the bind there and giving away the penalty. 8 points the difference, 17 minutes to go in this game. Who's going to come away with the game today? So Kouloud is also on the field now for France, the scrum off, as Uruguay now takes it up. Oh, very lively. It could work out here for them over the 10-meter line, up to the halfway line is Freitas now. Quick ball needed now as they get it out. It's replacement Ormake, the new scrum off there for Uruguay, is quite nippy, but a penalty to Uruguay for a high tackle from France, 5 meters out from the halfway line, inside the Uruguay's half, about 10 meters out from the left-hand touchline. Ormache, the replacement scrum half, and then Berchesi, who's going to kick this one out. He's going to find touch round about between the 10 and the 22-meter line of France. Opportunity for Uruguay to hit back in this game. And there was certainly not a score at the moment I was expecting to see. All is well. Why is France struggling so much? Says Messi. So many unforced errors, too many penalties, and just not really gelling together as the team that's been selected today. At Scrum, very scrappy. After that line, very scrappy from Uruguay. But they do get it back now. Ormache gets it out to the forwards. Driven back up to the 10-meter line they go. Ormache now driven up by Dotti. Moving backwards are Uruguay at the moment. Just over the 10 now, but Jesse needs to get this ball out. Dotti again, right on the 10-meter line. Comes again now. Back on the inside, a bit of space opening up here for Uruguay, but the little Papas have seen him go backwards again as it's Duas who takes it up. Driven back over the 10-meter line, and not really getting go-forward ball at the moment is Uruguay. Now they start to move forward. Good pressure there on the Uruguayan team as France look to steal that ball, but they get penalized instead. So another penalty goes against France, and a chance now to kick this to the corner for Uruguay. Uruguay doing really good, says Messi. Could be the new Argentina, says Imposter. That ball is going to go about 10 meters out from the try line. Ron says the strength of the Uruguayans is the scrum for sure. Good to hear they're not giving up. Well, it's going to take something special to lighten up this World Cup. And Uruguay looking for an upset. They take it in through Biachi now. Gets the driving ball going right on the right-hand touchline. Oh, they've knocked it on. 7 meters out from the try line. They've knocked that ball on, and it's going to be a scrum down to France. Oh, it's scrappy. It's very, very scrappy indeed. But, yeah. It's part of the game at the moment, I guess. And, yeah, France just holding out at the moment. It's going to be a scrum down to France, 7 or 8 meters up from their own try line. Right on the left-hand touchline for them. Opportunity for France to clear the line. It's going to be the replacement scrum off here for France, Collude, to feed the one in. Can we see another big scrum from Uruguay? It's gone down again, and this time it's France who gets the penalty. Wow. I don't know if that was the right call, but might have to see a replay of that one. But a penalty goes the way of France. It was Benitez who got penalized there. And that kick is going to find touch between the 10 and the halfway line inside France territory. Oh, I don't know. Very tough call from Benukif there on the Uruguayan prop. But here we come again now. Ashtoy gets it out. Yes, Mufana, Kevin Villiers gets it out to Jaminet. Tries to put a kick in behind. But Uruguay, have they lost the ball? They're coming back for another penalty. Dear oh dear. So this penalty is going to be in a kickable position for France. 5 meters inside the half of Uruguay. Offside by Uruguay. Zaki Fenta says, I am subscribed to your channel, Guru. Thanks, Zaki. Really appreciate the support. By the way, guys, don't forget to press that like button and subscribe. If you are new to the channel, all the support will be greatly appreciated. Right, so 10 minutes to play in this game. France looking to seal this off now. Got a line up about 15 meters out from the try line. Or 10, give or take. Malvaka to throw this one in for them. Finds Makalo, who's knocked that ball on, surely. And it's going to be a scrum down to Uruguay. I would love to see the knock-on count in this game. It's been ridiculous, so scrappy. And with 10 minutes to play, 8 points the difference. I tell you what, if Uruguay can get a penalty converted or just score a try, we could be in for a massive upset here. Because I can tell you what, if Uruguay scores the next points and there's 6 or 5 minutes left in this game, the belief that these guys are going to have is going to be incredible. But for now, they've got a defensive scrum here, 10 meters out from their own try line, 10 meters out from the right-hand touchline. And it's going to be a throw-in now coming for Ormache. Will that scrum hold up? Yeah, it will. So comes up now for the captain, Vilachescu, who drives it up. Oh, he's knocked it on. And now counter-attack here for France as Makalo gets it just over the 22 now for France. Opportunity now for Arthur Vincent. Sets it up again now. Makalo again. He's been lively today. Comes out Hashtoy. Gets it out Mavaka. Vardy now. Oh, the ball has been ripped there by Uruguay. And here they come now from their own 22-meter line. And another knock-on from Uruguay. Scrum down to France, right on the 22-meter line. 9 minutes to play. Hermosa, Uruguay, says Javier Espinosa. Zaki also says, I'm watching your videos over 2 years now. Thanks, Zaki. Really appreciate all the support, man. I tell you what, Zaki, give me a game that I have to do on Rugby Challenge for you. And I'll do that especially just for you. So we do have a stoppage in play now, as one of the Argentinians are receiving some attention. But what a game this has been for Uruguay. 20 points to 12. It's going to be a scrum down to France when play resumes. But I can tell you what, this French side has been awfully poor today, with Uruguay trying very valiantly to try and capitalize on that. But I think the fact that they've made so many changes, the French side, players not playing together well, and just the fact that there's so many unforced errors and penalties been given away, I'm a little bit worried for that Springbok game as well. Not that we will lose, but just that we will get a very scrappy game as well. We might see a few scrappy games from the bigger teams when they do decide to select their B teams for these games. But yeah, no upset today, I guess. With 8 minutes to play, I just can't see Uruguay causing some sort of upset from here. Scrum down to France on the 22 of Uruguay. And a chance now. Kulut feeds that one in. Hashtoy now. Mufana back on the inside it goes. Kulut to try to make a couple of meters now. Makalo at scrum off. Pick and go from him. 10 meters out from the try line is France now. Malvaka out to Reda Wardi. Malvaka again taken up by Cross now. Kulut now back to Arthur Vincent. The pass out to the right winger, Louis PLBRA, and he gets the try that will definitely seal this game as a contest. 25 points to 12 with a conversion to come for France. Yeah, Grant says France should wrap it up with a try. Zaki Fentus is doing a video where South Africa versus one of the strongest teams in rugby now. So I'm guessing that would be Ireland, I guess, which are number one, Zaki. Is that okay? Right, so France 25, Uruguay 12. This conversion to come from the right-hand side of the field for Melvin Jaminet. And 7 minutes to play, 25 points to 12. France just too strong for Uruguay in the end, but what a scrappy game this has been. Well, the conversion is spot on, it seems. That over and 27 points to 12. It is currently in favor of France with 6.5 minutes to play. They've got their third try. They need another one for a bonus point. So expect France to try and get over for another one. The restart taken there by Louis Belle just outside his own 22, right on the right-hand touchline for France as Khalud now gets it out and Wardi takes it up. Reda Wardi, 5 meters outside of the 22 now. Khalud waiting for this one again. He is going to go wide now. Numbers to the right. Well, not numbers, but they're moving it wide. It's Gavin Villiers caught there just outside his own 22. Now Mufana driven back, and here's a penalty to Uruguay with 5.5 minutes to play. What do they do from here? Javier Espinoza says, thanks to the narrator. Thanks, Javier, for tuning in. Craig Kukamu says, I think France will do their best now to up their game, but never think Uruguay will give up easy. Also, Grant says, yep, the game style of Uruguay mess things up for France as they go to the lineout, stolen by France now, and it's Cross who takes it on. About 10 meters out from his own try line. The ball might have been stolen by Uruguay. Yes, it has. So Berchesi now getting the pass away to Velicescu. Can we see them score one more try in this game? Is Uruguay inside the 22 of France now. So they just move it. Velicescu again now. Ayamara out it goes. And not a lot of movement there for them. Oh, it's been intercepted by France, and Makalo is going to go all the way there for a try for France. And that is going to be the bonus point try. 32 to 12 with a conversion to come. Well, I guess it was intercepted. I just took my eye off it for a second there, and I saw Makalo run with the ball. So they are going to go upstairs to have a look whether a try has been scored or not. So it might not have been an intercept, but a loose pass maybe from Uruguay. Let's have a look here. Four minutes to play in this game. France 32, Uruguay 12 if the try stands. So let's just have a look. They were driven off the ball. Ball kicked forward by Makalo. So The ball was kicked forward by Makalo, and then he chased after that. So that should be a try. I think that was fine from Makalo, the number 7 flanker. He cleared the ball, cleaned the ruck, kicked the ball forward, and that should be a try. I don't see why the try should not be allowed. Well, that is not going to be a try, though, and must have infringed somewhere down the line. So 27 points to 12. The scoreboard remains then. No bonus point. Farid said, I really thought we were going to see an upset here. Yeah, just maybe not today. But it is going to be a penalty to Uruguay now. And Berchesi can kick this to the corner. Graham Taylor says, got to feel for Uruguay. Have given a good show against the odds. Win for them would have made this pool very interesting in terms of whom South Africa could play in the quarterfinals, assuming South Africa qualifies. Right, line out again, scrappy from Uruguay, and they lose it again. Malvaca taking that ball for France inside their own 22 now, as Khulud, the scrum half, now waits for it. Going with a box kick over the top and just looking to find touch, and will it be quickly thrown in? No, it won't. So line out on the 10-meter line of France here for Uruguay. With 3 minutes to play in this game. And Neville says, well, will be very interesting to see how the All Blacks perform tomorrow. So tomorrow, same time, it is the All Blacks up against Namibia on a Friday night. Line out stolen by Uruguay, and here's a chance now for them to counter here from just inside the half of France. Francesco takes that ball up for Uruguay on the halfway line. It lost a bit of ground. Comes again through the forwards as they take it up. Still not going anywhere, really. Right in the middle of the field is Uruguay now. Francesco caught the penalty advantage coming the way of Uruguay as well. Now it's taken up there by Amaya. Up to the 10-meter line they go. That ball's going to spill out the back, but a penalty goes the way of Uruguay again. And let's see where this kick is going to end up. So France are going to win this game, but Uruguay, credit where it's due. They've played some really good rugby today. That ball is going to go out about 15 meters out from the try line of France. Can they pull a bit of magic with this last 2 minutes of the game? Stoppage in play, though, as this line out will be taken by Uruguay 15 meters out from the try line. Looking for a consolation try here is Uruguay. Lineouts haven't worked that well for them. To the back and stolen again by France. Gavin Villiers kicks it downfield. Maya waiting for it. Now it's taken up by the right winger Basso up to the 10-meter line. Berchesi. And trying hard but valiantly is this Uruguayan side, but just not able to do anything at the moment. Freitas now. Back to Berchesi. Loose pass. Again, Villachesco now takes it up for Uruguay. Isolated. Comes back their side, though. It's trying hard with a minute to go in this game. Lost a bit of ground between the 10 and the halfway line inside France territory. Still they come. Amaya now, the fullback. almost up to the 10-meter line. They go 5 meters out from the right and touchline. Penalty advantage coming for them. And even though the result is not in question, Uruguay is still looking for something. So the referee awards the penalty here for Uruguay. They'll probably kick this downfield and set up another lineout. Greg says South Africa will make it to the quarterfinals for sure. Then Farid says Italy could throw a spanner in the works for New Zealand, France. Yeah, never write off Italy. It's World Cup rugby, you know. I still got the sneaky feeling that they might just pull one on the French. Well, if they play like they played today, Italy's going to have a field day with them, regardless. Grant says, thanks for the commentary, Guru. Well, appreciate it. We'll be back again next game. Good night. Thanks, Grant, for tuning in as well. Time is up on the clock here. And Uruguay just going to have a last go here as they try and maul their way forward now. Off the back they go to about 10 meters out from the try line now. Just working it with the forwards, trying to get through this French defense. Now going the back line for Chescu. Gets it away to Amaya. He's tackled by Louis Barriet. Still inside the 22 is Uruguay now. They keep on coming. Just inside the 22 of France now. It's going to take something special to break through that line. Knocked on by Uruguay now. And a chance. Oh, it's knocked on by France as well. Mavaka knocking that ball on. And that will be the final score here. Full time, 27 to France, 12 to Uruguay. And yeah, it's not great. It's not a great game. It was very scrappy, very wacky. Uruguay more impressed than what France have been able to pull out here. But we expected it. A B team from France. Plenty of changes from the last game. Struggled to gel together today. And it probably shows on the result as well. Greg says, Guru, thanks for the service. Get lemon, ginger, and honey. Not sure, but need to look after that voice. And then good night. And remember that video, please. Bye, Guru, says Zaki. Anthony says, laat ingeskakel. Môre prys almal Uruguay, Malcolm en Eben en Malherbe. Hy Skotse het die skram mooi opgeneek. En dan Farid Khan says, thank you, Guru. See you tomorrow. Lekker slaap. Dankie, manne. Dan Eric King says, good night. See you tomorrow. Graham Taylor says, thanks, Guru. Appreciate the great commentary as always. Thanks, guys. Yeah, we're going to leave it at that. Full time here. France 27, Uruguay 12. That wraps it up for today's commentary. We will be back tomorrow for the All Blacks up against Namibia starting at 8:45 South African time tomorrow night. So until then, guys, this is the Rugby Guru. Until then, cheers for now.